How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another session of the Let's Talk Show by Interlingua. And today we kind of have a warm topic because this is something that really hits us in our soft spots called hearts. We're going to talk about animals, more specifically pets. Do you have a pet? How much do you love it? What do you do to take care of it? How long have you been living with it? These are questions that you should answer in the comment section if you are tuning week after week to check out our Let's Talk show. And, well, to share your experiences with your pets is something that we are very much interested. And today we have pretty touching, but again, interesting experiences from two of our guests. So without further ado, let's bring them out. Coming back to the Let's Talk show, we have Erich, and making her debut in the Let's Talk show, we have Tiffany. How's it going, guys?
Hi.
Welcome. And I think we're all set. Yeah. Hey. Good to see you guys. And thank you so much for participating in our show. But then let's warm up a little bit. I would like to know, how do you feel about animals in general? Tiff, would you like to start, please? Sure.
I love animals. I think that they have this kind of love for others and how they can tell which one is genuine and which one's not genuine.
Have you ever witnessed I don't know, that sort of thing where, perhaps a person is not like trustworthy, or it's not all nice, and you have seen an animal react in a bad way?
I think for the most part, yeah, because some animals, when they can tell if they're not a very good person, they'll be kind of more aggressive. And I think it's learned through how their owners treat them and how they experience that treatment, kind of, in a way.
Alrighty. Erich, I know how you feel about it, but please, for the sake of our viewers, would you please tell me, how do you feel about animals?
Well, in general, I like them. I respect them as much as I can.
Okay.
Sometimes, especially when they are like very energetic dogs, they can be like too much for me. And I'm like, dude, chill out. Like, sit down or something. So, I like pets. I love animals in general. But those kinds of dogs for me are like, I don't know if I could take care of one. I'm not sure.
Why not, bro? Come on.
I know I'm a very relaxed person. I like to.
Dogs can be chilled.
Yeah, but yeah, if I can get a dog which is like relaxed, fine. But a golden retriever who wants to run all the time, it's like, no, I don't know. I don't know. For that reason, I have mostly yes.
Yeah. We'll touch that one in a moment. Just hold that thought. But every time I look at people who really, really, but really love their pets or their domestic animals, this gets me thinking, what particular characteristic, feature, or value do animals have that humans could learn from? Tiff. What can you tell me?
I would say compassion.
That was so cute. Why do you think so?
Well, because like sometimes people can be, they don't have the best intentions, but you can tell that animals have like their intentions are pure and good.
What about you, Erich?
I would say pets give you unconditional love, you know, because that's all they can give you. They give you love. As Steve said, they're pure.
I'm getting heartwarmed already, guys. Damn. I'm an Aquarius, and I'm pretty sensitive, so I'll try to keep it together. Alrighty. The world is sometimes divided by two types of people. People who like pineapple in their pizza and people who don't. People to put sugar in their coffee, people who don't. In this case, dog people or cat people. Tiff. Wow. Now it's getting real. Tiff, which one are you? Yeah.
I would say I'm both.
Yeah. Do you own both of them currently?
I have a dog, but I used to have a cat.
What is the main difference in your experience that you noticed when owning a cat and then owning a dog?
Well, I think because dogs are very attention-based, like creatures. And then cats are more like reserved and they tend to keep them themselves until like, like they meow for your attention.
I have, I already know the answer for the second one. Erich, no, well, not at all. You said that you have owned mostly cats, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you like one or the other. It's just a convenience matter. So please, how do you feel? A dog person or a cat person?
Yeah, you already guessed it. I like both.
Oh,
I really like both. I can be with them. My sister has a beautiful dog. She has a very funny name. Her name is Leonora Perrington. You know?
It's a good pun. It's a good pun. It's a good pun.
Try to be funny, yeah. But I mean, when I visit, the dog is always like super excited. I say, "Oh, you're here. You're back." And then I play with her and we run and everything. And I love that. But I don't think it's something I would be able to do like every day.
Okay.
So as you said, I think it's more like compatibility things. With cats, they mind their own business. I mind my own business. They come, yell at me, feed me. Okay, I feed you. That's fine. We cuddle sometimes, and then they go like, "No, I don't want this anymore," and they leave. It's fine.
Because of what both of you have said, this gets me thinking. Yeah. Dogs are very demanding when it comes to attention. Cats are not. Cats are somehow, I really don't want to say cold, but I can find a better adjective. Are a little cold. Like, when they're with you, yeah. They let you pet them, but sometimes if they want to leave, they will leave, and they'll be doing their own stuff. So they don't actually need you, or pretty much sometimes they don't even actually acknowledge your presence. If we experience that same treatment for a person, the natural response would be rejection from us. Like, okay, I'm here like screw you, right? However, with cats, it's a different story. We love that behavior from them, and we still take care of them. From your perspectives, guys, why do you think that is? Tiff?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, thank you.
I would say it's because, like, I think like some people would say that cats don't really like to interact. And I think that's mostly why, like, it's expected from cats. And then with humans, we feel kind of rejected from it because they're just like, why don't you want to talk to me? What did I do? But like I always used to say, I always thought that like sometimes you gotta approach things like animals. Like some people don't want to talk to others because they're very introverted. So like they would just stay at home like a cat and just be left alone. And like some people just don't understand that others just need their space, like how cats need their space.
Yeah. What about you, Erich?
Well, for me, it's like I respect them. They do what they want. As I said, it's unconditional love, and they will give it all to you.
Mm-hmm.
They want. No,
Interesting.
on their own terms. But yeah, I think I like it because I find it like, okay, I respect you. You respect me.
Okay, guys, it also has been called my attention that every single day I see on the streets whether single people or people with a partner walking their pets, and they have more than one sometimes. And because of what they look like when it comes to age, a lot of people nowadays prefer having pets more than actual family, more than their actual babies or the babies that they can breed. Pretty much taking care of a dog, for the sake of my argument, taking care of a dog, it takes feeding, it takes training that can also be translated into racing. It pretty much costs the same as a baby, or almost. But why do you think these people lean more into having more than just one pet? Because they, like I said, they have like two or three. They lean more into having pets than raising children. Tiff?
I think in some cases it might be just easier. And sometimes I think that there are some people who don't want kids, so they would rather, raise a pet, say cat or dog. Maybe they want a snake, because snakes just, slither around eating rodents. But yeah, for the most part, some people just think it's easier and then more convenient, or like it's less expensive than taking your child to daycare, I would say. I think it's less, it's more convenient to have pets than human children.
Erich, what can you say, bro?
Well, there are many reasons for not wanting children.
Of course.
But that doesn't mean that you don't want companionship, right? So,
Okay.
I mean, especially with people who are single, having a pet, having a companion animal, helps you emotionally. They are there for you. You can talk to them, even if you know they are not understanding a word you're saying.
Yeah.
But it helps. It helps. Saying things is like saying things to your pet is a sort of therapy, I would say. Um,
I like that.
and yeah, I mean it's trending now because there are many people who don't want to have kids.
I mean, if you ask me, I want the whole package. Like, I would really like a dog, and I would really like to be a father eventually, but that's just me. This is to learn everyone's perspective because I don't know. I don't want to call it a phenomenon, but it's something that really gets my attention whenever I go outside because at least in the neighborhood where I live, it's the amount of people that I see, with more than just one strap, which means that also that have more than one dog. It's crazy. Like I see them sometimes with even 4 or 3 at the same time, and some of them without even without a strap. Like this, just they're so well trained. I don't know how they do that. That they're just walking, and their dog even before him or after him. It's really nice. Now, let's move on to your particular cases, the reasons why you were invited here. Tiff, you have quite an interesting story and quite an interesting experience because, as I understand, you work in a pet hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it like? How does that work? Like, what's it like?
The way I explain it is, you guys ever watched this film called Hotel for Dogs?
I have.
It's kind of like that, but like it's more organized, I would say, and it's more like you have a group of people taking care of dogs and then watching them, making sure they're playing safe and not getting into fights. And then, like the whole process of feeding them is, washing the dishes and then making sure they're okay. And for the most part, it's quite fun. Like we have people who are very passionate about animals and how you love them so much that like sometimes you just want to take a dog home. I've actually thought of that a couple of times, but I don't want to get fired. But yeah, for the most part, it's kind of like that. It's more organized and.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a good job. Like if one wants to work with animals, they can just, work at a dog daycare and then have them stay overnight. Or maybe like we've had this one dog who stayed for 2 months, which is crazy. For the most part, it's fun.
Was it 2 months? But where did the owners go, or what were they doing?
Sometimes the owners would go on vacation for a long period of time and then they just leave their dogs with us. Yeah, I don't know how they have that kind of money. And then
So it's expensive.
It depends on if they want a private room for their dogs or they want to put them in like the kennel crates, but we have stuff like that. And then we also take care of people's cats. Obviously, like it's in a different room, but for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I mean, what's the difference between actually being a hotel than it's just like like you mentioned, a daycare? And wow, so they have like different treatment for each animal, or depending on what do the owners pick or the attention that they need.
Yeah, it's sometimes the in anyone's case we call them pet parents, so then it's like instead of like the weird connotation kind of thing, but like like sometimes like their parents would go to work and then drop them off for 8 hours a day and then pick them up after work, and then like they'd have to pay for it like a I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's like similar to daycare for kids, because, you know, like, that's the concept. But, like, they would pay for it for, like, maybe, like, less than $30, and sometimes it's $30, depending on how long they stay. But, you know,
Wow.
it's, you know, it's a process, but, you know, people get used to it.
What is it that you like the most about taking care of these animals?
How... Oh, that's a good question. Sometimes
Thank you.
everything is, you know, I think it just depends on the day. And then sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's calm, sometimes, like, most of the dogs don't have brain cells, like how people would say golden retrievers don't have any brain cells, but they love anyways. Kind of like that.
All right. Moving on to Erich. Erich, where do I begin? You recently, yes, I'm going to say this. It sounds cool. Like, it sounds like a movie tagline. You live among animals. For the sake of our viewers, could you share the amount and their race or their breed, please?
Okay. So about a month ago, I had to move. So now I am living in a new place. It's a big house, and I don't own any pets right now. But one of the guys here has 2 cats. A girl has 2 dogs, and the owner of the house has another dog. Breeds, I don't know. I think Onyx is a Schnauzer. It's a Schnauzer.
Oh,
The other 2 dogs, I have no idea, but they are very big.
no, I mean, I just wanted to know what type of animals were, but I didn't want to describe it that way. Like, what type of, nah. I wanted to sound more interesting. So, dogs and cats. How do you get along with them? Have they gotten used to your presence?
Okay. The big dogs are kind of, I don't know if they were trained that way or something, but they are sometimes kind of hostile towards others.
Damn.
So she keeps them in her room. You know, like they don't go out. The little dog, Onyx, at the beginning, she like kept her distance, no? But now she follows me around. He sees me, she was like, "Oh, there's he, and she's there." And from the other cats, Victoria is kind of scaredy, no? So she's always like hiding in places. But the other cat, Cassandra, found a way to get into my room through the window. So like she goes out of the house and then climbs this rock outside and then jumps to my window. So sometimes I just see her, or I don't even see her come in, and then I turn around and she's on the bed. When did you get in? And she likes it here.
Actually, that sort of like magnetism you have with animals. Do you think that was the reason you bonded with a certain animal that unfortunately you had to say farewell recently?
I guess so. I mean, that other cat is really friendly. No, like anyone visits and she's there like, "Oh, give me attention." And stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I really, really bonded with her. It was the most difficult thing of moving out from that place.
Surprisingly, many people still underestimate how we as humans can love or bond with an animal, because I mean, I don't know if it's a fortunate thing or an unfortunate thing. I think it depends on the person, but there are people out there that all they have is the animals they live with. Like I said, perhaps it's tragic for some, or some people see it as a tragic thing, but maybe for those people, that's all they need. Who knows? What I know is that you guys have been wonderful in this show, and I thank everything that you have shared with me and with all of our viewers. Erich, I appreciate your work, and, well, you're welcome every single time you want. Tiff, the same for you. You're welcome every single time you want in the Let's Talk show. Thank you guys so much. Alrighty, guys. And for all of our viewers, that's it for today. Let's wrap things up. But remember to keep tuning in for the Let's Talk show, because we have tons of topics, tons of content, tons of guests, etc. Everything focused on your English practice. Erich Rios was with us, and he was also in charge of the controls. Tiffany, making her debut, was with us as well. Poncho is in charge of the editing. I am Mike. Goodbye and good night. Bye.